Welcome back to DCS and to my YouTube channel. We're fighting the MiG-15 here in the F-16 Viper, and I knew this was going to be a really difficult fight. In the end, you'll see, at the end of this fight, you'll see that I actually got really lucky. The AI made an extremely terrible decision and essentially became a compliant target and allowed me to kill them. Before this fight, I did maybe 3 or 4 exact same fights. In one of them, I somehow managed to fly the Viper into a really good position, and the MiG-15 did not hand it to me. I felt like I earned it, but I didn't have any bullets because I had just loaded up a mission where I had no ammo, and I forgot to add ammo. So I had to refly it. There were 2 different missions where one of them I just couldn't get behind the MiG, and he shot at me, missed. I wasn't really worried about it, and he missed. There was another one where I got shot. So it's been really difficult. This particular video, the only reason I won this mission was because he allowed me to win. The AI allowed me to win. I left the label on because it's hard to see these guys, and so I just didn't want to have to fight with trying to see him while I tried to manage to fly the plane in an advantageous way against a fighter that I'm assuming can turn a much smaller circle than me. I'm certain it can, and I also believe that this plane can get a pretty good rate of turn as well. So I'm not really sure how to fight this plane, and I'm and that's the point of me doing this video. I was just trying to kind of figure out if there's a way to make the F-16 fly better and have an advantage. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up and just let this play out, and then I'll talk about it in the TAC view. Okay, again, I had labels on. The other thing that I did with this is it's veteran AI, not ace. I don't remember. I read somewhere what the differences were between veteran and an ace, and there's just I don't think there's a lot of difference. I've also read, I don't know if it's true, but I've read that the MiG-15 is kind of broken in some ways when the AI are flying it because of how it flies. I don't know if that's true or not. You'll notice I did a really early lead turn. I'm trying to cheat a little bit. I did it so early that I'm pretty sure that if he would have pulled up, he probably could have tucked in behind me. So that might have been a really stupid turn to do, but I turned really early. And he's flying straight, so he's kind of being a compliant target. And then he turned into me at last minute, which was probably smart. He might have waited too long to do that, but it allows me to get in behind him. So I'm actually starting off the fight in a really good position. What I found with the MiG-15 and the F-16 is that it's hard. It is really, really difficult to stay in behind him. So he turned really tight, and here my energy state isn't terrible compared to his, but it's really I'm kind of in a cold side lag pursuit, I guess, which isn't bad. This is salvageable. I'm staying. I tried to stay lag a lot, and then only go lead pursuit to try to catch up or to get a shot. But what winds up happening here is the MiG can really burn your energy off, and you either have to like I would have to relax just to try to build energy back up, which gives the MiG turning room every time. And so every time I got in a good position, and this was throughout all the fights, there were 4 or 5 fights against the MiG. Every single time I would get really low energy before I could, and I didn't have enough energy when I was in position to do an energy excursion and get the shot. Let's look at his turn radius here. Okay, it's not quite as good. I mean, he may not be pulling as hard as he could, but anyway, zero point 0.2 nautical miles. I think that's about half what mine is at this given moment. Yeah. So, so that's kind of interesting, but sorry for the distraction there. I just wanted to check these numbers a little bit. Of course, it depends on the G and the speed and available G and how many Gs you're actually pulling and all that as well. But yeah, essentially I would get in a good position, but I didn't have the energy to do an excursion to get a shot. And then I would try to relax a little bit um, and pull a deeper lag just to build energy back up. But every time you do that, it gives the MiG turning room, and the MiG can do a lot with a little bit of turning room. So I always wind up in these weird positions like this where now I'm very, very defensive, and the MiG is sitting in the driver's seat. So um, let's see here. Okay, just trying to check my ground speed there, or my speeds there, um, but in those positions, the Viper does have an advantage that you can relax a little bit and build speed really quickly, and then the MiG can't get in position either. So then you can kind of reset the fight a little bit. Now here is where he decided to just become compliant. So I turned around and I was closing a little faster than I should have been, but it didn't take much to get him at that point, and then I could just fly by after he was destroyed. So now I want to see what was going on when he became compliant. I don't think there's anything in there that would, like, I didn't really change my behavior, so I'm not for sure why he would have reversed his turn there. And that's why I honestly don't really count this as a victory. I don't believe I beat the MiG-15 um, on even ground, so to speak. I think he just made a crazy error that nobody would really make. Right there. Okay, right there he reversed. I don't know. Like it's not like I tightened my turn so much that he couldn't do anything with it. The AI just made a really bad decision. Um, yeah, I think I was tightening my turn, but nothing crazy, nothing he couldn't have handled. So, so the computer just committed suicide here is essentially what happened. And I don't know why. I don't know why the AI would make that decision. So there you have it. We'll follow this out, and there's going to be an external view in case you want to watch that after this TAC view. But ultimately, yeah, let's look at this view real quick just to kind of see what it looked like. I'm closing quickly and just kind of got up and put a spread across him, almost hit him on my way by, which wasn't great. Let's see how close that was, just for fun. But there you have it. Not a true victory, but I guess a victory nonetheless. And I still don't know exactly how to fight these MiG-15s in a Viper correctly. So thanks for watching.